Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Grave Reviews. My name is Chris, and today I've checked out this new Shudder movie called Virus-32. Directed by Gustavo Hernández. I apologize if I said that name wrong. So the movie's about Iris and her daughter as a virus starts to spread around the city, and she's at her job as she works as a security guard, and throughout the night, it's very clear that this is a zombie-like virus, and then some hijinks ensue. There is a bit of a gimmick though, so everybody just calm down. Not completely unoriginal zombie movie here we have here. So after the zombies attack, there is a 32-second moment where they are calm and you can, get by them and stuff. So it leads to some interesting moments throughout the movie. I thought this was pretty fun, pretty interesting. There is a lot of zombie tropes and homages in this movie and scenes kind of taken straight from other movies, like the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead remake and then a lot of 28 Days Later. I thought the opening of the movie was especially interesting, especially the camera work, because it's this long interweaving tracking shot showing a bunch of different characters. And you're not quite sure who the lead is yet, so you're just like establishing a bunch of people, but it's just interweaving and showing like the subtle beginning spread of this virus until it finally settles on our lead. I think a lot of the camera work in this movie is interesting. Not nearly as well choreographed though as that opening shot, which was meant to feel like one fluid long shot. It's clear they break it up, but that's how it ends up feeling when you're watching the movie. And so a lot of other shots in this movie though are like handheld and tracking shots. It's I want to say it's an easier way to make a movie, but not always, because I get the appeal of like this handheld fluid moving shots, and you can just kind of move your camera all around where you want. You don't have to be as precise with your setups, but you have to worry about the blocking and the choreography. And the thing that was impressive about that whole opening sequence is it's very well thought out and very well choreographed. So I thought that was impressive. The rest of the movie has moments like that, but a lot of it is very dark. It's hard to see a lot of things. And the setting is cool, although I was a little confused because like she's a security guard at like this sports rec center thing, but like half of it looks like it's like this rundown, destroyed building. So I'm like, oh, well, hopefully the membership's cheap, because I went to get a membership at the Y and that shit was fucking expensive. Oh my God. And if I go and pay that much money for the Y and it looks like that, I'd be pissed is all I'm saying. So I'm not quite sure. I think I went off on a tangent there. That was a little weird. I think what this movie does pretty well, and many other zombie movies have done this, it's kind of like this microcosm of a larger event going on. So you get this small personal story set amongst a huge event occurring around the world. But it works well enough because I did like the main character and I rooted for her for the most part. So there's moments in this movie that you're like, oh no, did something happen to her daughter or whatever? And it was effective. And there's moments by the end that are emotionally resonant, I think. The arc of the character is, it's not surprising. It's been done before. She has this daughter at the beginning of the movie that she isn't giving the attention she should to, and doesn't quite realize how important this girl is to her, and by the end, there's growth there in the characters. If you're looking for a zombie movie that shows the reasoning behind an outbreak and all that kind of stuff, this isn't that. They never bother to explain why there's a zombie outbreak, but honestly, at this point, I don't really need it for something like this. We've all seen the zombie movies before, so we all understand what's going on. Now, this is more of the 28 Days Later thing. Where they're just like rage-filled. They're a little bit more maybe intelligent in what seems like less than like just eating brains, if that makes sense. Also have that gimmick like I was talking about with the 32 seconds thing. And it leads to some interesting set pieces. But there is a moment in this movie where it's like, damn, the music sounds like just straight 28 Days Later ripoff, and a scene where the shot is framed like it's 28 Days Later. And it almost at times feels a little bit more than homage, but I guess it never quite gets to the copying or ripoff feeling. It feels very apparent to me. You also have like Girls with All the Gifts kind of ideas with some of that stuff in there, but it has enough of its own original voice and look and feel that I think it all kind of works. So while I wasn't completely blown away by this thing, I think it's a pretty fun zombie movie. Amongst a sea of a billion other zombie movies, I think this is a little bit better than most or the average zombie movie. And it's got this foreign flair to it for me, which gives it a different voice and a different perspective that I kind of enjoyed. So Virus-32, it's out, I think, tomorrow if you have Shudder. So maybe check it out if you're a big zombie movie fan. And then if you've seen it, let me know what you think. And then I will catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye.